into why. Why did they think these were tears of the gods?
What I really feel fascinating about the emeralds is that there are so many legends around. One of these interests us a lot. In Colombia, a creation god, Are, made two beings, a male and a female, Tina and Fura.
Kind of like Adam and Eve.
In a way, yes. But they were born with rules to respect. They had to be faithful to each other, they had to respect each other, to respect nature. But one day, she met a guy, another one, Zarbi. When she came back to her husband, he actually realized that she was cheating.
Because she aged.
Because she aged.
The rule of this paradise was that if they weren't faithful to the rules, they would age.
So
suddenly
the power of the god was broken. And the thing is, they realized they're gonna be punished. He stabbed himself into the heart because he couldn't support it. And she cried 3 days and nights. All her tears became green and became rocks, the emeralds. And they were changed into mountains. They were changed into mountains. We can really see we have one peak that will be called Tina, the other peak that will be called Fura. And because he was punished, Zarbi changed himself into a raging river that will just cross them and separate them forever.
How sad.
It is. But it's a part of the creation myth we have actually in the Muzo area, which gave us lots of information about how the emeralds were considered at this particular time. We don't have lots of writing, it's oral transmission. What's nice to see is that if you look at this particular mask, we actually have the faced gold, but the tears, they look like tears. The tears are in emeralds. So it's like crying emeralds like in the legend. Even if these civilizations had no writing, we have the information.
And then there's that red, which is very dramatic too, those little traces of red that are left. It's interesting, we don't know because there's no writing, but it's interesting how tears, this concept of tears of the gods, is connected with thinking about mortals and turning into gems. We find that in many different cultures.
We find them absolutely in lots of beliefs, cultures, civilizations. It's interesting to see that in the same gemstone with the emeralds, because we're actually looking at that, we have another beautiful piece, which is this amazing crown. And this particular crown from the village of Popayan, so we're still in Colombia, has these kind of drops of emeralds which look like tears. They were said to be the tears of the Virgin to cure them from plague and any diseases they would have.
Well, because this little town was spared from a smallpox plague, and they made didn't they make an oath, a prayer, that if they were spared, they would make this incredible crown for the Virgin Mary in their church.
And so they did. And they, years after years, added emeralds, lots of them, over 1,500 carats, which is a lot. It's a beautiful treasure that finally was sold with the permission of the Pope by the village in 1914, entered in a Chicago collection in the 30s, was saved because it's so rare. Most of them will be just the gold melted down, the gemstones tear apart, but it was preserved. And we were so happy to remember when we discovered a year ago that it was in the collection of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York.
You can all go visit it in the in the Art Museum, the Metropolitan in New York on Fifth Avenue. One of the things we love doing is encouraging people to go to the museums and see the pieces we talk about. And in this case, it's there.
Absolutely.
Which is so wonderful.